Hi you guys. So today I'm going to do like a cook with me video. This is my first ever like cook with me video. I've shown what I've cooked and I've meal prepped and shown you guys what I've meal prepped, but I've never done like an actual cook with me video. So let me know what you think, if you like it, if you want to see more, if you want to see more recipes, all different types of things. Just let me know down below. Yeah, so first off, let me get started by saying this is my kitchen. This is our house. Ignore the cabinets in the background, just because we got our house new and there were cracks in the cabinet, so we had to call the cabinet company and they took all the ones that had cracks. So there are going to be a few in the video that you might see that have cracks, well, that are gone because they had cracks, and hopefully they will be bringing them back before Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's a big hopefully there, but anyways, that's another story for another video. But yeah, today I'm going to be making butter chicken. I got this recipe off of a YouTuber that I watch. I think it's called Keeping Up Keto. They do keto meals, and the chicken that I'm making is keto butter chicken. It's very simple, very quick, very easy, and I love it. Bae loves it. I'm also going to be making cauliflower rice with it. The method that I use for cauliflower rice, I don't know. I read online that this was one alternative to using a food processor, but I'll show you guys later on in the video. But yeah, welcome to Ari Cooks, or Cooking with Ari. I haven't decided yet, but you'll see in the title. So yeah, let's just get started and I will come in at the end. All right, you guys, so the first thing that I do for this recipe is I have one medium to large size piece of chicken. And I've already washed my hands. Oh, I hate chicken. I just hate the fact that with chicken you have to be extra careful just because of the different bacteria that are on it. So first thing that I do is I take this piece of chicken and I want to get it into chunk size pieces. So the easiest way for me to do that is just to cut it like down the middle like that, and then to cut it into smaller pieces. I guess that doesn't really matter how you get it into those small chunk like pieces, but this is just how I do it. And I like to cut away the fat on the chicken. I've seen people use different like cuts of chicken for this. I saw the same recipe with chicken thighs. Steve only likes the chicken breast, so I only use the chicken breast. I personally eat all parts of the chicken, but since he only likes breast, chicken breast, you know, breast, it's better for me to do it this way just so he won't have any objections to it. That's taken care of. So I'll go ahead and wash my hands. All right, so for the next step, I'm gonna put the seasonings together for the chicken, and then put the chicken in with the seasonings and let those marinate for a little bit while I move on to the cauliflower rice. Okay, so the seasonings that I typically use are these right here. Don't worry, I'm gonna go through them slow. All of them in equal parts. I like cumin the most, so when I come to the cumin, I just put a whole lot in. But anyways, okay, so we have chili powder, we have cumin, ground cumin, we have ginger, cinnamon, and turmeric. These are the base ingredients from the recipe that I got offline. I like to kick it up a notch and put a little bit of cayenne in there. I like a little spice. Steve loves a lot of spice, so I just do equal parts of all. The recipe also called for salt, pink Himalayan sea salt, but I don't use that because I made it one time with that and it's really salty. So yeah, just go ahead and put these into the bowl and then mix the chicken in, let that marinate, mix it around with my hands, and now let that sit for a moment. The one thing I learned, turmeric stains your nails, so I personally don't care. It doesn't do too bad for me, so I don't mind it. And right now I'm just going back around because I have way more chicken than I normally have, so I just want to make sure that it's enough seasoning for all of them, all the pieces of chicken to get covered evenly, because I don't want to have a few that aren't covered good. Then I just mix it around like this. Grab a spoon. Just kind of want to make sure that every piece is coated in your mixture. And it's very fragrant, like you smell, I believe that's the cumin and the turmeric that you smell the most, but you can smell everything. Like there's not one that's missing. Now I'm gonna let this sit while I get the cauliflower rice together. All right, so onto the cauliflower rice. So what I have here is just cauliflower, and I just pulled it off the big flour thing. So I'm gonna rinse it off really fast, and then what I'm gonna do is like use the grater and kind of grate it down into little like rice bits, I guess you call them. Now, after you successfully made a mess all over your kitchen, no, I'm just kidding. But really, I have about this much left, and I've decided to just stop here because this is going to be more than enough. It's just two of us eating, and I don't want to overdo it and have so much cauliflower rice that you can't enjoy the butter chicken. I decided to just show you guys when I finished. I didn't think I wanted to sit there and watch me shred it to bits. But anyways, this is going to sit for a second while I get the pans ready to cook both the butter chicken and the cauliflower rice. I have two pans on stove ready. All right, so I'm at the middle step. Sorry, I like wiped my nose and it's really red. Now wash my hands, of course. But anyways, I'm going to coat both of these pans with a little bit of this Pure Blends plant-based oil instead of butter. They use actual butter because it's a keto diet, so they can have fats. I'm trying to get us off of fats, so no. But this plant-based butter, this is what I used to cook with. Like if I make bacon and stuff in the morning, I use this. My only my only complaint is it burns a little bit, whereas if you're using butter or grease, it doesn't burn as fast as this. So I have to use a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in it as well. So those are the two combinations I'm about to start cooking. And I'm gonna put in both the pans. It's gonna look the same because I'm gonna chop up some onions, put some garlic in both of those, and then in one pan I will put the cauliflower rice, and then in the other pan I will put the butter chicken. But they both will start out the same with the same amount of onions, a half an onion for both, chopped up really fine, and 2 tablespoons of garlic for both. So yeah. I don't know if anyone else like cries when they cut onions or anything like that. I don't, because I put them in the refrigerator and I put them in one of the coldest parts of the refrigerator. So it's really chilly, like almost hurting my hands type of cold. So that's how I combat the tears. Cause I ain't got time to be sitting here crying, trying to chop and blinking and all that. So I've heard like a lot of different things, people soaking them in hot water, and I just, one or two things either happened to me. Either I made onions so often that my eyes got used to them, or putting them in the fridge actually works. Because some people say they don't even work. Like you just can't not cry, you're just gonna have to cry. But it doesn't work. I don't cry. Like I'm not crying now. You don't hear me sniffling and crying now. So I eat onions a lot though, so that could have something to do with it. That could be one of the reasons right there. But also, I don't know if the way that I cut them is correct or not. This is just how I do it. This is what works best for me and how I do it. So please don't follow suit unless you are 100% sure you want to follow down the road that I do. I just chop it like this because it's the easiest for me, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah. This is the point right here where I would add the chicken. This one hasn't gotten to that point yet, but when it does, I'll add the cauliflower rice to it. But I'm gonna add the chicken in this one because that one's really cool. This is the chicken. Now this is the part where I would put the top over top of the chicken and let it simmer for like a couple minutes. And then this is what the cauliflower rice looks like. It is a lot, but what I'm gonna do is drizzle a little oil on top of it and let it brown. It's gonna cook like fried rice. It's not mushy or anything like that if you cook it the right way. Now I put this part over it. Sorry you guys are steaming up. Let me move this way. But I put this top over it so that it can make sure the chicken gets cooked thoroughly. If not, it kind of cooks the outside a little faster than the inside. So the top just makes sure that the steam is kind of cooking the chicken thoroughly. Meanwhile, over here we have our cauliflower rice looking all beautiful, magnificent. It's cooking, but it takes a little longer, so yeah. Alright, so now we're at the point, I got y'all on the steam again, where you can take the top off. And look at that, here it smells just like good too. So this is the point where I've already opened it up before, checked the piece of it. So I'm gonna put heavy whipping cream into it. You're supposed to use a cup, but I just wanted to use the rest of that up. Not bad. So heavy whipped cream in it, and then you put top back on and let it simmer a little bit longer. Cauliflower rice looks the same, getting a little brown, which means starting to get done. Then I put some broccoli in the back for me. So yeah. All right, and that's done. Well, the butter chicken's done. The cauliflower rice is almost done. The broccoli's steaming. And then I have some naan bread in the oven that's warming up. But yeah. Some people put tomato paste in theirs. I cannot have tomatoes. They're too acidic. But if you want to put tomato paste in there, I think it's what gives it kind of that thicker creamy sauce. But I don't mind the thickness of this creamy sauce. So if you wanted to add that, that's something else you could put in there too. That's the end result. What you think?
They look good.
Good. I'm glad you enjoy. He's the taste tester. I have mine here, but I'm not ready to eat mine yet. And that's all, folks. You enjoyed it? It's really good, wasn't it?
Yep.
Well, I guess then I end this video. Thanks for watching, you guys, and make sure you... No! You're supposed to know.
I don't know, like, comment, subscribe.
Yes! Ding, 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 ding.
Hit all the buttons at once.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.